Scott, I have one eye on treasuries, as always, and I'm looking right now at
Yep.
the 10-year, and it is exactly where it was when I looked at it at 7 a.m., 0.80. It has not moved, even as we've seen this precipitous drop in the Dow, the NASDAQ, the S&P. We are off our lows of the session, but as you look at the 10-year, why are we not seeing that traditional flight to quality? Maybe people just don't scare as easily anymore.
There's no question about that, and that is part of the psychology of trading in the market and of market and of these sell-offs, Liz, is they happen and people will get spooked out, and then they happen again, and it's less likely. And that's the same reason we are seeing VIX elevated today, but we're not seeing a spike like what we have seen in the past when we've seen the market sell off 2, 3, 4%. So, I also believe that the Treasuries got a little ahead, or the yields got a little ahead of themselves over the last couple of weeks. But I think, much to your point, that we're not seeing a change from 6 hours ago, 7 hours ago, because of the psychology of the market. One thing I'd really like to point out about the trade today, and, like you said, it's very broad-based selling. However, the small cap space, the Russells, the IWM, particularly, they are getting hit. That space had actually accelerated a little bit quicker than the S&P and the NASDAQ space. And we're seeing it a little bit more today. And when I look at, some of the activity, some of the volume, the put call activity, heavily weighted to the put side in the Russell, in the IWM, whereas I look in the NASDAQ space, look in the SPX, not so much. It's almost split call and put activity, but very heavily weighted on the put side to the IWM.
All right, gentlemen. And again, Scott, when you're looking at some of the NASDAQ losers, it is broad-based. You have Ulta Beauty, a makeup chain. You've got Hasbro, Workday, and then, of course, the airlines. So, I mean, to me, it almost seems like people are backing away or just holding tight. What is the best rate of play that you recommend with 16 minutes left to trade here? And the Dow down 728.
If you felt comfortable about your holdings this past Friday, you should have the same comfort level right now. You should have the same feeling right now. Just because the market is down 2% today, whether it is because of election uncertainty, the news out of SAP, whatever it is, that really shouldn't change a mindset. You can always be mindful. You can always be protective. But the landscape has not changed. If we go through our big earnings season, especially later this week with all the big guys reporting, and if those start to show weakness, that would be a different outlook for me. But right now, I wouldn't
Yeah.
change a thing.
SAP, by the way, and my bad, I haven't even mentioned it this hour because there's been so much
Yep.
breaking news, but SAP is the big German software giant, folks. It is getting crushed at the moment. It's down, I want to say, God, it's a moving target, but down 23% after
It is.
warning. And this is a big cloud play. And the barrier to entry apparently isn't that difficult because there are a lot of cloud players who are doing incredibly well during COVID. So the fact that SAP whiffed is certainly a problem. I just want to see where they are for the range today. Range for the low was 113.23, high of the session 118, and we're at 114.90 at the moment, down 23%. Guys, great to see you. I want